Hi there everybody, this is LionsEatNoobs, or if we're playing LPs, the Mighty Lion, however you want to call me. And today, I think it's time I take care of the business, and by that I mean just do the Q&A that I asked about like 2 months ago. Yeah, I made a post about this in February, I believe. I've been wanting to do another Q&A since the last one, which was all the way back in January of, I think, 2017. That was back when I had 1,000 subscribers. And right now, I'm looking at my subscriber count, and I have 5,570 subscribers so far. I mean, holy crap, I did not expect to get this far to begin with. You guys, everybody, all of who subscribe to my channel and watch my videos, you have my undying gratitude for all eternity. So, as promised, here we are with the second Q&A video. And I know it's probably just boring just to listen to my voice all the time, so to make things more interesting, I'm gonna stream my audio of me answering your questions over a game. I think it'll be Fire Emblem 12, New Mystery of the Emblem, or Heroes of Light and Shadow, if you want to call it that. And maybe put some music there. Okay, so I think let's go ahead and answer the questions right now. Gonna start with the older questions I get. So, first question comes from Toad Bradley 24. He asks, "What is the first video game you ever played?" Alright, that's a tough one. I try to remember this from my early childhood. The first system I had, though, would have to be the Super Nintendo, and I had a bunch of several games that I had on that system. It was Super Mario World, Super Mario All-Stars, Super Mario RPG, Street Fighter, and a whole bunch of other games, too, that I got later on, like F-Zero, Star Fox, Paperboy, Mario Paint. Those 4 games are no longer with me, but I still do have Mario World and Mario All-Stars, and of course Mario RPG. And those games I remember playing some of them with my family as well. Like my sister was a big gamer during that time, my older sister. I used to play that game with my cousins as well. And I also played Street Fighter with my dad, and he was actually really decent at the game. Nowadays, it's just me who plays games by himself. Yeah, so between those games, yeah, I don't know what came first, but yeah, Mario World and All-Stars, Mario RPG, and Street Fighter. Those are the first games that I played. And I still have them to this day. Alright, next question comes from JTG2012. He asks, "What made you a fan of SGB?" Alright, now this is actually a pretty interesting story. I think the first video that I saw about the Super Game Brothers was actually from a highlight compilation. I think it was made from, I think Stephen Wood made a compilation video, a highlight compilation of SGB's Super Mario Bros. 3 commentary, or playthrough. And that was actually the very first video that I saw of the Super Game Brothers. And I actually enjoyed that LP, and even the highlight compilation that he made. And after that, there was a few other highlight compilations from the Super Game Brothers that I watched, like the Best of Super Mario World, New Super Mario Bros. U, and there were a few other highlight compilations I watched from them. And eventually that made me a fan, and that's when I subscribed to the Super Game Brothers as well. And to this day, I still am a big fan of the Super Game Brothers. I do watch some of their LPs, a good amount of their LPs. I don't watch all of them because, well, nowadays I'm very busy with a lot of things, like trying to make compilations, working my day job at Valley Village. It's a very fun time. But even so, I'm glad I subscribed to Super Game Brothers. I didn't even know that. Eventually, I also learned that Johnny the Super Game Brothers has his own channel and was even a big member of the Brain Scratch commentaries. Anyways, next question comes from CloudShines81. He asks me, who is your favorite member of the Super Game Brothers? Is it John, Elliot, Mark, Matt, Greg, or Sabrina? Alright, this is actually a pretty easy one. I'd have to definitely say Mark. He's not in too many of the LPs he's in, but when he shows up, he always has like the funniest things. Like he has the funniest shit to say, and it's just so amazing. I mean, he just makes so many funny lines. Even when he rages, the shit that comes out of his mouth is just friggin' hilarious as well. And I have to say, Greg is also a pretty funny member as well, even though he's not part of it too. You know what? Just for that, maybe I'll just go ahead and rank this. So, I would rank Mark at number 1, and then I guess Greg, and then John himself, Matt, Sabrina, and then Elliot. And I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for ranking Elliot at the bottom, but look, keep in mind, I don't hate any of the members of the Super Game Brothers. They're all hilarious. I like all of them. I have no hate towards any of them. They're all just really, really close ranked to each other. But to pick one of them, yeah, Mark is definitely my favorite of them all. Alright, next question comes from Crash Schwarzenegger. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name. He asks, what's your favorite or least favorite LP of the Super Game Brothers? Alright, now like I said, I haven't seen too many of their LPs. I haven't seen all of them. And I don't really hate any of them that much. But, okay, so let's start with what my favorite LP from the Super Game Brothers would be. It would have to be a tie between their LP of Super Mario 64 or their Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy compilation. Those two are definitely some of my all-time favorite LPs that they've done. And it also helps that the highlight compilations I made for them seem to be some of the most popular ones I have on my channel. I mean, they got the most views, so yeah, given how popular those highlights are, those are definitely some of the best ones. Alright, now as for least favorite, again, I don't hate any of their LPs, but I think one of the LPs I think the LP that I probably like the least from what I watched would have to be their new Super Mario Bros. Wii compilation. And that's pretty much actually a really old LP that they've done. I mean, that was actually the first time Matt appeared in an LP of theirs, as well as Mark. I didn't hate that LP, but kind of the second half kind of really killed it for me. What kind of killed it for me would be Elliot, who... Okay, don't take this the wrong way, but during the end of... like near the second half of the LP, Elliot had a sound buzzer, like a sound effect board he played, and like the sound effects that he played there kind of got really, really loud, and honestly that kind of annoyed me. If you don't know what I mean, I mean, you can take a look. You can watch their LPs if you guys know what I'm talking about. But that one kind of got annoying near the end. But again, I didn't hate that LP. I thought it was a decent LP. I mean, when I first made the highlight compilation, that was actually kind of the first time I watched the whole thing. And this is why I kind of like, when I want to make highlight compilations, it usually helps if I do a compilation of an LP that I've watched. So that way I'm more familiar with what the highlights will be, and that way saves time on rewatching everything instead of, watching a whole 40-second LP that I haven't seen for the first time, which would make it much longer to do. Favorite LPs would definitely have to be Super Mario 64, and Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. And then I guess Pokemon Crystal. That was also a decent LP too. And I guess least favorite from what I watched would have to be the new Super Mario Bros. Wii, which I ranked down. Alright, next question comes from Recruit of Apollo, who asks, out of all the compilations you made, which ones do you like the most? Okay, so looking back on the compilations that I've made, definitely my favorite ones would definitely have to be pretty much any compilation that involves Manic Depressed Luigi. Because that is pretty much the funniest voice that John and any of them have ever done. Specifically, the Brain Scratch Comms Mario Party Retrospective for Johnny, which is just the whole 2-hour video of Manic Depressed Luigi. That's still my longest video to date, and to this day, I have not made a compilation video that has pretty much toppled it in length. None of my compilations are longer than that. It's just so great. I love that one. And also the Runaway Guys' Chance Time compilation. I mean, that's like currently one of two videos that has like broken the 100,000 view mark. I mean, what can I say? It's Chance Time, it's Mario Party, and it's the Runaway Guys. What's not to love about that? But other than that, definitely anything with Manic Depressed Luigi. It's just so great. I love that. Alright, the next question comes from the Nerdy Wyvern, who asks what my favorite Fire Emblem game is. That's an easy question. I've talked about it so many times in many of my LPs. It's Radiant Dawn for the Wii. I don't know why. I love the game. I just do. This is the Fire Emblem game I've played the most. I have so many memories of that game. I just love the music. I love the graphics. I love the characters. Most of them, but like every single character, I love it. Like to me, that game is the most unforgettable game to me. And I know a lot of people like Awakening, and to be fair, that's my second favorite game. My third favorite game would have to be New Mystery of the Emblem, which is probably the one I'm showing right now. But just to rank it, let's see, I've played... Okay, Radiant Dawn is my current favorite. From all the games I played, I rank Radiant Dawn as number 1. Number 2 would be Fire Emblem Awakening. The third one would be New Mystery of the Emblem. The fourth one, I guess, would have to be my recently completed Path of Radiance LP. So yeah, Path of Radiance is 4th. Fifth one, I suppose, would be Binding Blade over Blazing Blade. Because keep in mind, I've only played those games once, so I haven't had enough time to rank them. And then finally, Shadow Dragon is pretty much the last on the bottom. But again, I don't hate any of those. Like I said for LPs of Super Game Brothers, I don't hate any of the games. I am a big fan of Fire Emblem. And again, I thank my friend from high school who introduced me to the series. And I'm a big fan of RPG strategy games. And if it weren't for him, I would have never even touched the series to begin with. So I have him to thank for that. Next question comes from Devin. He asks, what pushed you to start doing these compilations? Was it a video? Talking yourself into? Alright, I think I mentioned this in my previous Q&A video, but alright, I'll start again. So around in 2015, it was when I was watching the Runaway Guys' featuring with St. Ellen playing Super Mario 3D World. To this day, that's still one of my favorite LPs of the Runaway Guys. And that really wanted me to be an LPer for it. I've had this idea for a long time. I even told my parents, like my sister, my friends about it. And to my surprise, they all supported me. They all said, go for it. So, but out of all of those things, it was actually also doing some highlight compilations, doing a mere few highlights to start off. Because I don't know, I wasn't sure of being LPs. So one of the earliest highlight videos I did, which was from SGB's, it's called SGB Highlights Mark's Funniest Joke, which is, you know, from their Mario Party 5 video of Sweet Dreams. Alright, so when I made a highlight of that, when I checked it on Twitter, I never realized it, but it got published, like it was retweeted and saved on the SGB Highlight channel, which is, well, it's no longer here right now. Who retweeted it? It was Anti-AI Legions who tweeted it to the SGB Highlight channel. And to be honest, that was a huge honor to be published like that. So I made a few more highlights, sent it to them, and eventually I decided I devoted my channel to being a highlight videos. But I still wanted to do LPs, which I did. But LPs are on the side. For my passion is now being a highlight channel, which I've done for like 3 years. So around 2016, I downloaded Movie Maker. I started making more more compilation videos on a more regularly basis. I started with the Super Game Brothers and the Runaway Guys because those were the 2 channels that I was most familiar with and was a huge fan of. Eventually I started adding brain scratch commentary to the mix because, you know, seeing as Johnny's also part of that in addition to being the leader of the Super Game Brothers, as well as, you know, running Some Call Me Johnny. Like, those are pretty much my biggest highlight channels. Like, those are pretty much the channels that I dedicate myself on making highlight compilations of. But I also added a few mixes, like occasionally added some from Rooster Teeth, Proton John, and Miss Anella. But it's those 3 channels that are pretty much the cornerstone for my highlight channel. They're the Triforce, you know, if you want to call it that, I don't know. And around that time, while I've learned Movie Maker, around like 2017, I couldn't even use Movie Maker, so I couldn't even re-download it because like I was after the software reset. And okay, so like I took my laptop to university for software reset in summer of 2017, and when I was about to re-download Movie Maker, I realized it was no longer there. So then I had to actually use a new editing software. So now I use Shortcut, which is like Movie Maker, only tons better, because now I can actually do much more things. But yeah, to this day, yeah, if it actually wasn't for Anti-AI Legions who actually tweeted that highlight to the Super Game Brothers highlight channel, I would have never even thought of being a highlight compilation channel. So I have him to thank for that, as well as all the people who supported me, and even some of the YouTubers that I look up to, like Some Call Me Johnny and Miss Anella. Like, those guys, they both appreciate my highlight videos. And you know what? It's such an honor to do it. My family also supported me, my friends supported me, some of the YouTubers that I look up to supported me. It just feels great, and to have a lot of people watch my highlight videos, all of those who subscribe to me, follow me on Twitter, you all supported me, and I'm very happy to have that. So thank you all again. Adonius Smith asks, what video game series have you always wanted to give a shot? Alright, well, one game series that I really wanted to try would have to be the Legend of Zelda series. I mean, I have 4 favorite video game series, which are the Mario series, Pokemon series, the Fire Emblem series, and even the Ace Attorney series. But one video game series I wanted to try was Legend of Zelda. It was around 2009. The first Zelda game I played was Twilight Princess for the Nintendo Wii. And while I got to the City in the Sky, I eventually kind of moved on from it. Not because I was bored, not just because I didn't hate the game. I just kind of moved on. just kind of lost interest, and also didn't help that I kind of sucked at the game. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I mean, to be honest, I think it looks like a great series. I mean, adventurous one. Adventurous. I'm just like, need a lot more practice with it. It's kind of challenging, but then again, I do love challenges. Like, nowadays, I don't play too many video games. I haven't bought that much. Because again, I'm just focusing more on my compilation videos, which is pretty much the main thing of my channel. But yeah, that is one series I would like to try out. Yeah. Gunslinger Gilder, sorry for messing up your name, asks, what are some of your future LP projects, if any? Well, while I may not have the time for LPing, I still try and find chances to do so. And one of them, which is probably the game you're looking at right now, is right there. This is New Mystery of the Emblem. That's a game I want to try out. But not immediately. I don't want to play it immediately because I just finished Path of Radiance. So we need something shorter, which I already recorded, which is Donkey Kong Country. That's actually the next LP that will be coming out. And by the FYI, it's not 100% running, and I will explain later. Well, actually, the reason it's not 100% is because I really see no incentive of doing it. You don't really get any bonus levels out of it, like no secret endings. I mean, if I want 100% a level, I want to get something new, something interesting out of it. And Donkey Kong Country 1 doesn't really give me anything interesting. The only thing you get is Cranky Kong saying, "You found all the levels, good for you." I mean, it's not, maybe kind of like Sunshine, where going for 100% is just pretty much bragging rights, but I don't know, I just kind of like, usually prefer if there's something worth getting out of it. So yeah, that's actually one LP that I've already done, and the second one will be, I guess, New Mystery will be next. But other things that I kind of want to try out or do would be the Smash Bros. Brawl Subspace Emissary LP. You know, since I actually recently played World of Light and I actually really enjoyed it. And another LP that I kind of want to do would be SpongeBob SquarePants Creature from the Krusty Krab. I think that was a game I got for Christmas from my sister a long time ago. Because, you know, I want to do some LPs that are unique, some LPs that not many people have done. Alright, so Marble Thunder asks, how do you make those videos? It can't be easy remembering all the worthy moments, especially on longer playthroughs. And I know it is easy to cut several hours in a few minutes. See, yeah, that right there, that's actually kind of a big thing about me when I'm trying to make compilations. See, I usually prefer to do compilations of LPs that I've already seen. Because that way it's much easier to remember where the funny moments are, and then, you know, make the appropriate edits. Like brainstorm and then think, what can I edit there to make it even funnier? What can I edit there to make it clever? See, because if I try and make a compilation of something that I haven't seen before, it's going to take much longer. And if it's something like, you know, Kingdom Hearts, like SGB's Kingdom Hearts or Tales of Symphonia, that's going to be extremely long project. And to be honest, I really don't want to devote that much time on a compilation video, because I want to do some other things. I want to make other LPs or highlights of that. And honestly, if I do one part, and I don't want to divide into so many sections as well, because well, when I make highlight compilations, I usually divide into sections, because not only is it easier to make, it's easier to upload it on the internet, on YouTube, because like the files I make are very long already, and it takes a very long time for it to process. It's like, okay, for example, if you make let me explain something. So if I make a 1 hour compilation on Shotcut, it may take a very long time to process, and make it even longer if it's depending on the quality. If it's like 1080p and 60 frames per second, and you make that into an hour, it's going to take an extremely long time for it to process. And quite frankly, like, I don't want to leave my laptop on for so long. I don't want to put it through so much like that. So yeah, if you're expecting me to make a highlight compilation on Tale of Symphonia or Kingdom Hearts or something like that, yeah, I'm afraid I won't be doing that. That's just too much for me, and I don't want to waste time on that. If it's a compilation that I've seen, it's easier to do. But I should probably also point out too, like, even if I haven't seen the highlight compilations of it, even if I want to make a highlight compilation of, say, let's say, I guess, Link's Awakening or Link to the Past, those are some highlights I'll do. Even though I haven't seen the highlight compilation, even though I haven't seen the whole LPs of those, I should say, I would be happy to do those because those are not too long. And yeah, so yeah, like, I'm still more open to a lot of things as well. So if you have any ideas, you can tell me. Alright, next question is Blizzard for Online asks, got any favorite Pokemon? Yeah, I do. I mean, I even have made a chart about it too. So yeah, I'll just list some of my all-time favorite Pokemon, which would definitely be Infernape, Roserade, and Gyarados, Magnezone. Like, I think most of my favorite Pokemon are definitely from Gen 4, because, you know, let me explain something to you about Pokemon. The first game I actually played for Pokemon was Pokemon Stadium. And yeah, no, that was just a spin-out. But the first actual Pokemon adventure, like the mainstream Pokemon game I played, was Pokemon Gold. And quite frankly, to be honest, I had absolutely no idea how to play Pokemon. I didn't know anything about the type, about the move, about the adventure, or anything. Like, I was a total noob. Then again, the only knowledge I based my Pokemon off of was from the anime. And, you know, I haven't watched the anime since X and Y. I don't hate Sun and Moon, I just, like, kind of lost interest in Pokemon altogether. I mean, I kind of just grew out of it. I just kind of stick to the game. So yeah, Gen 2 was the first Pokemon game I played. I had no idea what I was doing. I kind of skipped through Gen 3. Not because... Well, I only skipped Gen 3 because I didn't have a Game Boy Advance. But Gen 4 was what made me into a hardcore, permanent Pokemon fan for life. And to this day, Pokemon Platinum is still my favorite game. A lot of Pokemon I love from Gen 4. And right now, I still pretty much have played every single generation up until Gen 8, which will be coming out soon, hopefully, maybe. But yes, I'll just list some of my favorite Pokemon right off the top of my head. Infernape, Gyarados, Roserade, Magnezone, Machamp, Gengar, Alakazam, Metagross, Crobat, Staraptor, Haxorus, Mimikyu, and yeah, those are some of my favorite Pokemon. But if I had to choose one of them, I would definitely have to say Infernape. He's my favorite starter Pokemon of all time, favorite fire type. It's just, I freaking love Infernape. What do you want me to say? That question comes from Scorpion5000. Who asks, do you play Mortal Kombat? If so, who are your favorite and least favorite characters? The only Mortal Kombat game I played was Mortal Kombat 1 for the Super Nintendo. And while I actually did play Mortal Kombat 3 a few times in my cousin's house a long time ago, yeah, I don't play Mortal Kombat too much. But again, I guess my favorite characters would definitely have to be Liu Kang or Sub-Zero. All from the first game. I mean, I always like the main character because I'm just kind of plain as vanilla like that. Sub-Zero is also going my favorite, and I also am a big fan of Liu Kang as well. For Mortal Kombat 3, I think my favorite one there had to be Kung Lao. I don't know why, but I guess Kung Lao was pretty much funny when I played it. Especially when the noise he makes when he throws people. I don't know what to say. Again, yeah, I haven't played Mortal Kombat too much. Well, I don't know, just watching SDB's Mortal Kombat 9 and 10 LP count? Probably not. Alright, next question comes from Big Boy 123. Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon? Definitely Nickelodeon. I'm a huge fan of SpongeBob, and I was a big fan of Fairly Odd Parents. Sadly, they no longer that, and I don't see it often anymore. I guess because I think they're done with that. Sad to say. Alright. From Anna Zixka. I'm sorry if I mispronounced her name there. Alright, Jask, here's my question. What's your favorite and least favorite boss battle in gaming history? That's a tough one. Honestly, I would say. I think my favorite battle would definitely have to be from the final boss battle in Paper Mario against Bowser. Because that was just really an epic battle. Like, the music was amazing, the atmosphere was great. Pretty much just epic, the most unforgettable battle I've ever seen. Like, the final battle against Bowser in Paper Mario was the best one I've ever seen thus far. That and I guess Dark Bowser and Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Like the epic battle between Bowser and Dark Bowser. The music was epic, setting was amazing. Even the core battle between that Mario and Luigi had against the Dark Star core was epic as well, and they all tied together so well. Alright, I think my least favorite boss battle would have to be the Black Jewel in Warrior World. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you know the Warrior World game in the Nintendo GameCube. I did not really like that boss battle, to be honest, because it was just so boring. Like, let me explain. The boss battle in that game was this. You had a Black Jewel that was firing a laser at you. To defeat the Black Jewel, he summoned 5 crystals around you. You had to just break all 5 crystals each time to stun him. And then once he was stunned, you either had to like throw him or pile drive him to the ground. And that was just rinse and repeat. That was the same cycle like 8 times, and then there you go, that was it. Like, not much happened there. It didn't change up its patterns or anything. It was just like the same thing over and over again. And you know what's more interesting? That boss battle was actually a lot different in the Japanese version, because actually after the 4th time you pile drive him to the ground, that's when it actually changed up its strategy, and it actually did some different attacks. And I think it spawned like a ton of bombs at you, and you had to actually punch it. It even like did like a diving attack at you, and the music was like different as well. It actually was like a remix of Pecan Sands, of the Pecan Sand level. And yeah, that would actually been a lot better to have in the North American version. Again, he only did that in the Japanese version of Wario World. And honestly, that would have been pretty cool to have this one. However, it was just the same, like, pretty much strategy for about 8 cycles. And while I love the game, that battle was kind of anticlimactic, to be honest. Alright, so Milan Saunders, again, I apologize, I mispronounced that one. Toughest compilation to put together from start to finish, and why? Oh boy, yeah, definitely the toughest compilation I've done would be the Runaway Guys' Screaming compilation, which I did for 4,000 subscribers. Holy moly, that was a long compilation to make. Like, it took the longest to do. Like, half the days half of that time. Okay, let's see. It took me like 2 weeks to put it all together. Like, that was the longest I ever spent on the compilation. Like, when it comes to doing compilations, I spend a lot of time each day doing it. Like, I don't take breaks. I spend like, I think 4 to 6 hours a day just spending all that time making compilations. But yeah, that compilation took a lot out of me because I downloaded so many videos from one of my guys' compilation. Like I never had to download so much material from one channel in one day. Like, it was all the way from, like, I took moments all the way from the first LP Mario Party 1 all the way to like how when they recently completed Dokkan Kingdom. For like, I've downloaded like 400 videos in total for that. So much footage to get through, so much to add there. And like, there are even points where like the program stopped responding. That slowed me down even more tremendously. There was like technical difficulties there. Got in the way as well. Like, it was the longest video it took me to make. Even technical difficulties, so much material to add there. But in the end, it was all worth it because, you know, I regret, and like that took a lot out of me. But you know what? It was worth it. That was the longest idea I ever did. Loudest idea as well, if you want to put it that way. But I don't regret it. Next question is from Lord Ike. Favorite Fire Emblem characters? Yes, Ike. Ike is my favorite character as well. Favorite Lord, I should say. I don't know. I like Ike. What more do you want me to say? I mean, he breaks the mold. He's not just like most Fire Emblem Lords are pretty much like noble ones. Like, they're descended from royalty. Ike is not like that. No, instead he's just a mere sellsword with a god-slaying, with a sword blessed from the goddess. And he took down a tyrannical mad king, a black knight, and in Raining Dawn, even the literal goddess who blessed his sword herself. Now, speaking of Raining Dawn, yeah, well, Ike is also my favorite character. I'm also a big fan of Micaiah as well. But at first, when I played Raining Dawn, I didn't think too much of her. But after some time, she's really grown on me. She's one of my other. She's like, her and Ike are like the two best lords in Raining Dawn, back to back. And yeah, sorry, Lindsay. She had some time, but she wasn't really much of a lord compared to Ike and Micaiah. I think she kind of got shafted, but I still like Valencia too. In terms of, I guess, units, I would say my favorite class would also be, I guess, yeah, the equivalent to bow knights or bow paladins, horsemen, and nomad troopers. Like, basically, combination of bow riders on horses, bow units. I don't know why, I just love that combination. And characters like that are just pretty much automatic favorites to me. I don't know why I don't know why I'm so enamored of like the Bow Knight class. I just love it. Alright, now finally the last question is from Lassie Larson. Asks, how long have you been watching SGB? And do you watch Johnny Versus? Well, to answer your second question, yes, I do. I do watch most of Johnny's reviews of Johnny Versus. I haven't watched all of them, but I've seen a good majority of it. And as for SGB, I've been watching them since the first time I watched I think when the Super Mario Bros. 3 compilation made by, I believe, Stephen Wood. I think that was in 2012. That was the first time I watched it. And yeah, That's when I subscribed to the channel. A few weeks later after that, after watching a few other LP highlights of the Super Game Brothers. So I've been subscribed to them since, I guess, 2012 or 2013. Yeah, I've been watching them since for like 6 years. I mean, holy crap, where does the time even go? I mean, I've been making compilations for like 3 years. Now I'm like 55,000 subscribers. 5,500 subscribers. I had 55,000? Oh my god, that's just glorious. But you know what? I'm more than thankful for getting this far to begin with. I'm thankful for my family and friends who've supported me throughout this whole ride. Thankful for the YouTuber LPers that I look up to, that I've subscribed to, and to the other YouTubers that even gave me support as well. And especially grateful for every single person who's come across, who's familiar with me, or even watched my videos or even glanced at them. And for all the subscribers who ask me questions, thank you all so much for your support. Thanks to everyone for keeping me here this long. And yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. That's pretty much all I got for now. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this or listening to me ramble on like an idiot or something for around 40-something minutes. Yeah. Peace out.